With Season 1 of Marvel Rivals being out for a while now, I had plenty of time to test out the characters so I can make an actually accurate tier list in Marvel Rivals. So let's get right into it. Now, first thing to note, I don't have F tier in this list anymore, just because, honestly, with a lot of the balance changes, I don't think any character is really F tier, because F tier implies useless, you know? Now, I know I'm talking to myself already, since everyone probably skipped to the end already, but Adam Warlock probably would say mid tier. He's good, he's great, but he just doesn't stack up like the rest of the healers. The good thing about him, I think, is that you can use him like a DPS. You can completely just destroy people's health bar and play him almost like Hela because his left click is hit scan, and just pump out a lot of healing, constantly use your cooldowns, and almost carry lower elos as a healer just because you're able to do so much and still be maximizing your healing. Black Panther with the nerf, probably still around A tier. Great character. Unfortunately, once he gets countered, he's hard countered. You have to switch off, especially since he has no range. He's just full commit dive, so it's hard to play him. Black Widow, D tier. Gotta say D tier. She can be used well. Like, if you hit the headshot on her, it makes team fights much easier. You can sit there, pepper headshots, and then you can completely turn team fights just because you get people one shot and it's easy to finish the kills. For example, comboed with a Psylocke or something. You're getting headshots on the back line, Psylocke finishes, you win games. But it's too niche of a playstyle compared to what every other character can do. Hulk, I would say A tier as well. He's really good, really useful. It's just, at lower elos, he just doesn't have the same potential that all the other tanks do, or most of the other tanks. So I can't really put him too high. The good benefit is he's extremely amazing for the team up. That would probably bump him up to S tier alone, just because the team up makes Doctor Strange, which is like the best tank already, even better. His ultimate combo one-shots with it. He's just overall really good. But as a character, he's just giant, clunky, good shield, great shield, honestly. He can exile people, which is really helpful. It's just, he's a lot of free ult charge. Captain America, honestly, with the buff, I want to put him A tier, but I have to put him at top of B tier. Because he's still just, he's nothing special. If you're playing him like an assassin, you're just jumping up, slamming on people, beating them to death, running away, which is how most people play it. He's not bad. But in later elos, he just kind of gets hard targeted, and then you just lose. Cloak and Dagger, I'm sorry. People like to rate Cloak and Dagger like B tier, A tier. I'm rating Cloak and Dagger S tier. I'm sorry, dude. You're insane if you don't think Cloak and Dagger is amazing. Her cloak ability can just completely negate damage. She has auto-aim healing and damage. Her ultimate got buffed, and now she takes space for free. She's great. I'm sorry, dude. Like, I don't know what people are on about. And the bubble makes it so that if the backline gets dived, you throw the bubble on yourself and the backline. You guys are much harder to kill. And you don't even need to stop healing. You can throw down bubble, keep healing your team, and then what? What's the backline going to do? Or the dive character. Next, Doctor Strange. Everyone knows basically best character in the entire game. I mean, tons of damage. If you do the basic attack combo, you do even more damage, which is unreasonable. You go through shields with the melee, so it helps with the combo. Your ultimate with the Hulk combo literally one-shots people. It's just, he's insane. Yeah, the nerf didn't do much to him. And the thing is, people talk about the nerf. The nerf was just damage drop-off. You're going to be in people's face most of the time anyway, so who cares? Groot, the least used correctly tank in the game. If used correctly, S tier. The way people actually use him, mid to high A tier. His ultimate, absolutely insane. The king of combo ults. He's literally Zarya from Overwatch, just win games. It's like, oh, you know what? Let me Groot ult you. Your whole team's dead from a Moon Knight ult. Come on, dude. His shield, free health, he can spam him down, he does tons of damage, most people don't know to break the shields. It's just insane. It's just no one uses him right, so I probably put him lower just for that, just because the skill ceiling's higher. For example, Doctor Strange, you get on him, you win games. Doesn't matter. You don't need to know how to do much of anything. Hawkeye, ban. Hela, ban. They both got nerfed, doesn't matter. Hawkeye still one-shot headshots, he still does tons of damage to tanks. Hela, yeah, it's Hela. If I need to explain that more to you, you need to go play the game more. Iron Fist, I want to say D tier, but he's not D tier. I'd say B tier. He's good. It's just, you need to know how to play him, and you have to kind of bet on the enemy team's stupidity a little bit, because if they don't shoot your block, you're useless. You're a fish in a bucket. But his ultimate, it's just full-on one-shots you. He hunts you down through the sky. He's insane. He's really good. I think he's much better only at, like, lower elos. But you'll still see, like, Grandmaster Eternity Iron Fist players that just walk in, beat everyone to death, and win games. Listen, maybe I gotta go study their gameplay more, because I don't know how they make him look S tier. Iron Man, great combo, really powerful, probably A tier. Jeff the Shark, Of course, #1 banned shark in the game. Ultimate wipes your whole team, infinite heal botter, tons of bubbles, and if you've ever tried to kill a backlining Jeff, it's impossible. I've actually, had to suffer because a Jeff would keep going in my backline, spitting at me, throw bubbles down, and run away. It's dreadful. Now, some people won't know if I'm joking or not about putting him in ban tier, but I'm keeping him here. Loki, S tier. I don't care. I said it in my last video. I don't know how people don't think he's S tier. He can copy every single ultimate. If you ever play him like an assassin, he wipes your whole team. Because you could just sit there, place turrets behind them, one-tap them before they have a chance to react, and then what? Healing is extremely hard to hit on him. He's a really hard character to hit heals on. So I guess you could see how that knocks him down. But he has every single ultimate in the game. And he's near impossible to kill if you play him right. So if you don't think he's amazing, you gotta play him more. Luna Snow, ban her. Luna Snow's amazing. Her ultimate's still overpowered. She needs to be banned. Something's wrong with whoever thought she was okay. Magik, I'd probably put close to S or high A. I put her in high A tier because Magik, she basically just completely demolishes you. It's just once your enemy team starts targeting healing well, it makes her near useless. But if you're not contested too much, she's insane. Her ultimate does way too much damage. They buffed it. She just full on one-shot combos you. It's a really good character. Not used enough, but really good character. Magneto, S tier. Magneto's second best tank in the game, probably, if we're not talking about Groot. His ultimate eats every other ultimate, basically. He can completely counter Cloak and Dagger's ult, if you didn't know. You can just sit there, Magneto ult, as soon as she dashes, just click it on her because she gets stuck there, and it's predictable. It's dreadful to deal with. And if you're a Punisher, he eats your whole ult, one-shots your team. Same thing with Iron Man. Same thing with a lot of characters, and his shield makes you impervious to damage. If you ever tried the Scarlet Witch combo with him, his Scarlet Witch combo makes him do a ton of damage, and on top of that, Scarlet Witch can go ult the enemy team. You can put a bubble on her. She's unkillable. Then the whole enemy team gets wiped if they don't have something to deal with her. It's painful. Mantis, S tier. Mantis, I probably put her in ban tier as well, just because her ultimate's insane. Decent damage. She has a one-shot combo with her sleep. I'd probably put her in between. I'm gonna leave her banned here for now. Khonshu, A tier, high A tier. The bad part about Moon Knight is he ends up, if you use him incorrectly, just farming healer ults, which is what a lot of people do. I even did it a few times. You're just gonna pump damage into the tank, never get any kills, and the enemy team healer has 17 ults by the end of the game, and you threw. That's why damage people don't realize is it doesn't matter if you had 40k because no one got any kills. So that 40k was just healer ults. But his ultimate comboed with Groot or a lot of characters, insane. And now his ultimate almost guarantees kills if you place it correctly, because if they don't have a movement ability, it's a guaranteed kill. It's an instant one shot almost. One time I was playing and he dropped it on my head and I was just like, where do I go? Where do I go? I try waddling out and I'm dead center of it, so I just get beaten to death before I even get halfway to the edge. Namor, S tier, best DPS in the game pretty much now, except for I don't know, Wolverine. Namor, with the buff and everything else and with the character already, and with the current meta of the game, he's picked in every single match. Absolutely every match. Peni Parker, if you're in silver, S tier. If you're not, B to C tier. If I have to explain that, long story short, Penny, big fat stupid hitbox. Penny, not good. Mines do a lot of damage, funny character, but if you're breaking her nest and you have decent aim, she's dead. She's a free kill. As for Psylocke, honestly, absolutely insane, busted, unreasonably good character, but she's only that good early game. When you get to higher ranks, people know how to play around her better, so she can't just dominate. Honestly, I do genuinely think there's a time where banning her is a good idea. Other times I think S tier, lowish, S tier, mid S tier, but I'm gonna put her in A tier, high A tier. Honestly, maybe I should add an A plus tier, because I feel like some of these characters deserve to be A plus. Okay, I think this is better. I think we'll make an A plus tier. I'd put U A plus, U A plus. I think this is more accurate. I don't know. It's a little off. But I think the characters in this game are just so good right now that I think it's unfair to put people either A or S. I think something in between is more accurate. Maybe A plus for you as well. Punisher, I'd probably put A tier or A plus. If you know how to use his grapples too, he's instantly back in a fight. You can die and 5 seconds later you're already fighting again, which I love about him. And his ultimate completely shreds. Honestly, I'd probably have to put him S tier. Racoon, mid tier. I think he's great. Heal station's overpowered. He's really good. I just think his ultimate isn't the greatest in terms of support ults, and his gun's only useful at barrel stuff range. But his mobility and everything, it makes him really, really powerful. Scarlet Witch, D tier. I'm not debating this with you. Spider-Man, B to C tier. Honestly, I want to put him C tier. He's just, it's so hard to kill with him without a Venom combo. You're extremely powerful in terms of being a pest, but the barrier for entry to use him is just so high that it's like, why would you do this to yourself? Now, if you want to do it to yourself, I'll put him up in A. But for the general population, Squirrel Girl, honestly, I'd put her B tier now. B tier or high C tier. With the changes, she's our ultimate hurts, dude. Star-Lord, high A plus tier. Extremely powerful character, can one-clip most characters in the game. He has 2 iframe rolls. His ultimate is a team wipe. It's great. I'd probably put him up in S. I'd put him like really close to S. Storm, A tier. Or A regular A tier. Storm, I'd either put high A tier or A plus tier low, because Storm is really powerful. I just think she was pretty powerful last season. I just think people didn't play her right. I think that you shouldn't fly as much as most people do on her. You should kind of play her boots on the ground or close to the ground, just because she's such a floaty, easy character to hit. But with that in mind, probably A tier, A plus tier. Thor, A tier or high A tier. Absolutely one of the best tanks. In terms of what he can do for solo carrying, it's just, he doesn't have a shield. He takes a lot of damage pretty easily, and he just can't compete with a tank like Groot, Magneto, or Strange. Venom, C tier. You're just a free kill or ult charge. You're not going to get kills, or it's very unlikely you get kills. He's just not that special. Winter Soldier, great carry character, probably high A tier. Or I'd probably put him A plus tier. I'd put him with these characters. He's really, really powerful. Wolverine, S tier. He's just, no other character in the game can do what he can do. So you gotta put him, so you gotta give him the respect he deserves, you know? He's insane. Mr. Fantastic, A tier. He's good as an off tank, but he's just not as impactful as some of the other characters in the game. I wouldn't be able to rank him, for example, up with Star-Lord, Psylocke, all of them. Invisible Girl, S tier, absolutely. She can completely take you out of position. She goes completely invisible to reposition. Her ultimate is tons of healing, can live through like everything in the game, and you go invisible. Like, great character. Honestly, eventually might get banned when people realize that she's not actually a garbage healer. She's really good. I think a lot of people think she's garbage because everyone and their mother's a support main now, because we're trying to goon to that new skin. But once that hype dies down, I think people realize, especially in higher level play, she's insane. Anyways, now that everyone skipped to this point in the video, hope you enjoy. This is my list. You won't ever know why I chose what I chose, and you'll never understand why Jeff is the best character in the entire game. But what you will know is that if you click this video right here, you'll be able to learn how to become a pro at solo queuing in Marvel Rivals. Have a good one, everyone. God bless you.